Welcome, everybody, once again to What's Your Bacon in 7 Questions. What is What's Your Bacon in 7 Questions? Well, it's a promo.
It was originally supposed to be What's Your Bacon in 11,762 questions.
Yes.
But we whittled it down to 7 for time purposes.
Yeah, you know why? Because our guests tend to be long-winded.
Yeah.
Right? So speaking of long-winded, our guest today is Jacques LaMore, the host of Pop Punk and Pizza. I'm sorry, the alliteration just destroyed my mouth. Pop Punk and Pizza podcast. Chicago native, Illinois native.
Yeah.
How you doing, Jacques? What's going on, brother?
I'm great. Now that you said long-winded, I'm going to be as opposite as possible. I'm just going to be very short, to the point, just like one-word answers, and make this as awkward as possible.
This is going to be great.
See what sucks is like you go into and he's a fellow podcaster, so like you go into a podcast and there's that sweet spot, right? There's that sweet spot of answer, but then there's also that long-winded answer, but then there's also the yes, right? And that's what you don't necessarily want, and that's where you're like, this is going to be a short episode, isn't it?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, it's just one word. It's like the two extremes, you know. You can have a guest that just talks way too much.
Yes.
You know, but then there's the polar opposite where they talk way too little, and then at that point you're like pulling teeth. And then with the long-winded ones, you're trying to find ways to either
shave those teeth.
Yeah, I guess something like that. It's just you. You said it perfectly. I was going to say I've got nothing, but Jimmy said it perfectly.
Well, so basically, what this does is it's meant to get our audience to know your nooks and crannies.
Yes.
Your creamy center to your Oreo.
The whole of your bagel.
Yeah.
The cheese to my pizza.
The cheese to your pizza.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. I think we're going to have some beef here.
Yeah, we are from New York.
We're from New York,
but
so this could.
I'm from Indiana, so I'm all over.
Hey, you're right there.
I'm right there, dude. I'm right with you.
He's claiming to play Switzerland. So
I will be Switzerland today.
But are you ready for What's Your Bacon in 7 Questions?
I am so ready for this, man.
Excellent. All right. Well, as you know, these have been curated, so think long and hard. These are very important questions. The crannies of your muffin are about to be known. Question number 1. Jacques, how many pillows is too many?
3. 3 is definitely too many pillows. I can see 1, I can see 2, but 3 is just like, are you a human? Are you real? Are you okay?
Where's that third one go? Right? Where does the third one go?
I mean, I guess it could go. I guess I'm thinking if you're putting 3 pillows
between the legs, kind of people.
Right. But there's the between the legs. I suppose you could be cuddling it, right?
Right.
Or maybe you have 3 pillows because all of them are like this thin. You know, they're super thin.
Older pillows.
Okay. Yeah, you need to avoid the reflux.
I know I'm thinking way too much into it, but that's...
No, you're not. That's
you're
what this is.
The right amount.
Thought-inducing. That's what we do.
To me, like we got neck and knee, and then lonely.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. Those are our 3 pillows: neck, knee, and lonely.
Yeah, okay. That could very well be.
If you've got 3, and so you're saying no more than 3, or you're saying 3 is too many?
Okay, I'll go with 3.
Okay.
3 is the max.
Max 3.
So 4 is too many.
4 is too many.
I think so. I think that's too many. Even 3 might be too many, but I'm going to say 3 is like 3 is the max.
You'll allow for 3 under certain circumstances.
I'll allow for 3. Yeah,
depending on. Need 5 max.
Do they really?
They do. That I read somewhere, which means it's got to be true.
It's got to be true. It's on the Bacon is my podcast. I mean, it's absolutely
it's been said
true.
Here, and we're on the internet, and everything on the internet is true. So,
oh, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, here we go. Here's the question I wanted to ask you.
Here comes.
Because I mean, it is question number 2. Jacques, can you describe the perfect pizza order?
The perfect pizza order. I know this is.
I know it has to start with New York style from your end, but keep going.
I am a firm believer in ordering whatever your heart desires. I do not discriminate.
What does your heart desire?
Yes.
Though?
What is your heart desire for the perfect pizza order?
I mean, it just depends on the day. I know that's not a direct answer, but there are some days where I'm like, hell yeah, let's go for that Chicago deep dish. Let's go to Lou Malnati's and get that deep dish that everyone knows and loves. Or other days I'm like, give me the tavern style, which is it's like I don't know if it's like a thin crust, but it's still got some crust on it. It's not like the thinnest crust in the world.
The bar pizza.
Yeah, right. And I think tavern crust is actually a very popular crust in Chicago, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if you want, there's always, I get asked all the time, is pineapple on your pizza okay? Do you like it? Is that acceptable? I say it is acceptable. New York style pizza, I love it. My heart will always be in Chicago, but my oldest brother lived in New York for like 11 years. He just moved to Hawaii. So in that 11-year time, I visited him so many different occasions. And also I did tour a couple times in New York when I was in a band. Had several different amazing...
you've had the Patsies, you've had the Joes, you've had the dollar slice.
Right. You've had the really cheap stuff and then the medium price and then like maybe the higher price. And yeah, I've enjoyed many different versions of New York pizza. So yeah, the perfect pizza order is just whatever is going to make you happy at that point in time. I mean, another thing that I'm a sucker for is stuffed crust. I love stuffed crust.
All right.
Yeah.
So
that's an interesting take because
what sucks is in New York, you can't really get stuffed crust unless it's a chain, like a Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut.
Yeah, which is garbage.
Well, garbage.
Well, okay.
But,
There's a time and a place.
Let's be honest. As a child, it takes you back to childhood. It takes you back to birthday parties where you put candles inside a Pizza Hut pizza. I had that.
Yeah. I feel like this is a full-on episode.
It could be.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That was a long. There we go.
Pumpkin pizza, we scheduled to be on your podcast already, and we're going to order pizza.
Yeah, so we'll have pizza.
Awesome. We're going to order a pizza.
We'll compare and contrast.
We'll figure it out.
Although I will say, you are not the first person to come on and say that pineapple on a pizza is a good thing, and then also say how controversial it is. But at this point,
less controversial.
The amount of people that come on and say that they like it, I don't think it's controversial anymore.
I even started this series as that is controversial, and then all of a sudden, so we went to the Bronx Zoo, and then we went to the Bronx to go get pizza, and inadvertently they gave us a pineapple pepperoni pizza, and I had it, and I was like, man, this is great.
Isn't that good?
Why was I talking so much shit?
Sweet and salty.
So I'm a convert.
You've converted to the pineapple on pizza religion. Welcome, my son.
It's okay.
And I think there's more there than people realize.
Yeah, there is. I think it's just taboo.
I don't know if anybody actually doesn't like it.
Yeah.
I think I think that was made by Dole to get more people to buy pineapple on pizza.
It might have been. My thing is, why are we talking about that when we should be talking about anchovies?
If you want extra salty,
I like olives on my
Do you
pizza.
like olives? Okay. I mean,
I don't like olives.
Whatever makes you happy. Whatever makes you happy, Mike. That's the perfect pizza order.
Jacques, is there a pizza item that is kind of like, okay, this topping's a necessity for you?
I mean, I like sausage.
Crumbled or sliced?
Either one. I mean, I usually in the Midwest, you don't really find the sliced.
Yeah,
it's
not as much.
Definitely an East Coast.
Really?
It's definitely an East Coast thing. Yeah.
Yep. I wish it wasn't.
I think honestly, the only place that I've had sliced sausage in the Midwest is probably Domino's, because I think they used to. I don't know if they still do. Remember, they used to promote that New York style
Right.
pizza that they had,
You
and
can
I think
fold it. Yeah.
I think they had the sliced sausage. Now, don't quote me on that, but I think they did. But that's been. I don't even know if they offer New York style anymore. I'm not sure.
I mean, you
I'm
can
not
fold
sure.
it as a Michigan thing, but again,
Right.
it's a whole other episode. This is a whole other episode. We need to get to question 3.
You know what? Question 3.
This is just a promo video.
Right. We're not even.
Remember that.
We're not even in the video proper yet. Question number 3. True or false question. So this should be easy. It's never
Okay.
easy. True or false? Cereal is a soup.
That is false. There's no way. There's no way that's soup. It's only soup if you put that much milk into your cereal. You know what I mean? And who eats
take? Okay.
who eats cold soup? I don't know anyone that eats cold soup. Of course, there is hot
Gazpacho.
cereal, right?
Yeah,
There is
yeah.
hot cereal, but hot cereal is there's not like a
That's
pool of
It's kind of soup.
Right.
milk or water. It's
Hot
it's
cereal is probably as widely known as cold soup is.
Well,
There are both, but
cream farina
right.
is the same viscosity as a let's say like a good pea soup.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Both cereal, both soups.
Yeah, I think it comes down to the person, like because
Man.
technically you could make an argument on the technicality of it.
I mean, I'm gonna say no, but
All right.
what
Okay.
do I know? What do I know? I'm a pizza aficionado.
Fair
soup
enough.
Right.
is.
Fair enough. Soup's
We'll
low
leave
on
it
the-
to a soup. We'll leave it to the soup experts, but that's my take.
For those
Okay.
of you listening that have soup even when you're not sick, let us know.
Okay.
I
go.
do. I love soup.
I enjoy soup.
Yeah.
So something that we like to talk to our musician friends here about gift cards. Is it a great gift idea or a lame gift idea?
It just like any type of gift card or a certain type.
Well,
are you talking
in general.
It's in
in
general.
general.
In
I mean,
general,
my
you can
son, we
feel.
asked him this, and he was like, "Hey, if you give me a deck of cards, that sucks. But if you give me a credit card that can spend stuff, that's great." And I was like, "Nobody said that, but that's really smart." Okay.
So you're talking about specifically being a musician, getting a gift card as a gift.
Well, no.
Just as a gift, but you happen
in
to
general,
be a musician.
but
so.
but you are a musician, so
I am, yeah.
you appreciate the gift card, I think.
Oh, I love gift cards. I would never turn down, or I would never be upset about getting a gift card as a gift, ever. I mean, I suppose there could. Well, okay, I won't say ever. I guess it depends on what the gift card is for, right? But nonetheless, in general, yes, gift cards. I'm all for them.
Like if you got from a friend, if you got a Pottery Barn gift card or a Reverb gift card, which one are you gonna like?
Well,
Oh, this guy thought about this.
Well, maybe he enjoys Pottery Barn.
I don't know. Is that in the notes?
We'll find out later.
I've never bought anything from Pottery Barn, but
I've never
that
seen one.
I think I've seen one, but I've never been inside it.
Right.
So I guess if it was a Pottery Barn gift card, then I would have something new to explore and experience. And then Reverb, obviously, yeah. I mean, I could buy all kinds of
Silver
different
lining, you negative Nancy.
things.
I got that. I got that. On
Was that Reverb? Okay,
Yeah, that was Reverb.
nice.
It wasn't. Yeah, no.
Question number 5. What number is
Okay.
Mike thinking of?
7.
Question number 6.
What is your go-to jukebox pick?
Just something obscure that people are like, really? This fucking guy picked this song, Something
See?
something that's
We
just
just
gonna
become
make
best friends.
Yes. Yeah.
someone that's just gonna be like, what? Like I would probably pick like oh gosh. Like a really annoying musical number, you know. Like I love musicals, but I would pick one that is not like a favorite. If that was even in there, it just depends. I feel
Right,
like
right.
these days
These days
find-
they got the jukebox that they're like digital. You can download it.
They're gonna go
spend
find
the
like
extra dollar.
Idolize
I'm all right with
from
that.
Sound of Music.
yeah, like it's just
The rock bar.
something just just really out there from the norm.
I really
You
like
know.
going into like regular bars and just choosing an obscure Deftones song.
Okay.
There you
But
go.
I'll like read the room. It's like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
You guys are into something like upbeat and let's go. And it's like, let's do something.
I was gonna say you read the room and then you do that's
Opposite.
different. That's how
That's-
what reading the room means.
Well, see, that's what I would do. I'd read the room and then I'd choose like something far
Exactly.
from.
Right.
I like
what-
that.
Yeah,
I
just
love
to have fun, Just
Gotta
to give
keep
them.
people on their toes.
Gotta spice it up now and then,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Here's our question number 7.
All right.
This is an important one because it decides if you get the bonus question. Right.
Ooh, I like bonus questions.
Now.
Spoiler alert,
Yeah.
nobody's ever not gotten the bonus
Oh,
question.
right.
So,
okay. Now
so
I don't
if-
feel special.
well, no.
You could be special.
You could be special because if you don't get the bonus question,
Hmm.
you'd be the first.
If
Oh,
your answer
wow.
is so awful that we're like, we don't even.
It's
need
like,
to hear anything else.
let's just get to the episode.
Okay. All right, I'm ready.
First.
I'm
All right.
ready.
Here we go. Think long and hard. This is important.
Okay.
How do you feel about Garden Gnomes?
My parents have one, and I think
Okay.
they're kind of cool. I mean, kind of. It's like it could be kind of weird, but kind of cool. Maybe kind of creepy, but cool.
Creepy, cool, weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that answer, and I think that gets him the bonus question.
I agree. I think you've earned it.
I really
I feel
do
like-
think.
I feel like you look at a lawn gnome and you're like, oh, that's kind of cool. But then your second thought is like, what if that thing like is alive? Like, what if it comes to life at night? And actually, isn't that an R.L. Stein, a Goosebumps book where there's like lawn
Yeah,
gnomes that comes to life
absolutely,
or something, right? I think that's why I think that, because I remember coming across that book when I was a kid.
I wonder if there's other things. At least for me, is there anything that, like a garden gnome, that you can see immediately and you make a silent judgment about the person that purchased it?
Yeah.
Like I see a garden gnome and I'm like, I immediately size up a few ideas about what the person in the house might be like.
What they look like.
Right, right.
How
Yeah.
old are they?
If there's a number of gnomes, I have a different viewpoint of what they probably are like.
Then you're really questioning their
And then
their
the style
overall
of gnome.
well-being.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
style of gnome also. Like all these things. I wonder if there's anything else that kind of like you offhand see that where you don't see the person at all. You just kind of see a thing that somebody bought or decided to decorate their house with. That I mean, I know like there are a number of like flags that you can say that about, but like the garden gnome is non-political. It's a completely like by itself thing. I
Yeah.
wonder if there's how many things there are like that will allow you to look at it and go, huh, I think I have a pretty good idea about what this person likes.
Well, I mean, like AJ from Werewolves. He's got the Jason and the Freddy, right?
right. Jason
Yeah,
Freddy
so-
Garden Gnomes.
So you're like, oh, well, I'd hang out with that guy.
Right.
Yeah. Then you got a pretty good idea of what kind of person he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, that brings us to the bonus question.
Bonus question. You get
Yay!
it. You did not fail. You did
Yes.
you did just as good.
Yes.
You did just as good
Yes.
as 100% of guests.
Wow, man, I'm glad, because otherwise I would feel like it's all downhill from here.
Right? Yeah, that's a big
Well-
fail.
Not for nothing. It actually is.
As good as this is, it's never going to get this good again.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So, Jacques, this is a multiple choice question.
Okay.
Bacon. Is it a topping? Is it a side? Or is it a main course?
Bro, it's everything. I mean, come on.
He thinks outside the box.
It's everything. I mean, you could do so many different things with bacon. You know, I don't know. I know New York is huge, but
He just threw his jacket off for you.
wow, man, thank you. I feel
You won.
feel
You won,
honored.
Jacques.
Yay! So speaking of New York and bacon, in the summer of 2013, when I was still in a band, we were doing an acoustic tour, and our stop in New York City, in Manhattan, we played at this bar, and I can't remember what neighborhood it was in Manhattan.
The name
but
of the bar?
I'd have to look it up, and I
You know
bet
what?
it doesn't
It
even
hon-
exist
It
anymore.
honestly doesn't matter because most of them don't exist.
Yeah, it's probably
anymore.
not.
Yeah, right. Especially with the pandemic, and I mean,
Right,
this was
yeah.
this was almost 10 years ago. I think this is about 9 years ago.
Okay.
But anyway, there was just a couple doors down from this bar. You know, we had time to kill. We went down to this. I guess it was a restaurant at the time, but it was also a store as well, and it was called. It had bacon in their name. I can't remember. I'd have to Google it. It was bacon something. And literally, you walked in this store and everything was bacon. Something, every single item that they sold or they made had bacon in it.
That's amazing.
So,
It's a great
you know,
story.
they served like everything from like breakfast sandwiches to bakery items to all these. I remember they had bacon soap. They had
Ooh.
just all these obscure things. Everything was bacon, and it was amazing. And I think
That
it wasn't long after that, because I had followed them, I think, on social media or something. And it wasn't long after we had stopped into that store that they decided to no longer have a brick and mortar store. So I'm wondering if they're still operating online.
Mm.
We'll have to find. If we can find it, we
Yeah.
will put it in the show notes so you guys
There
can
you
check
go.
it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Well, with that correct answer,
Yes.
you've won nothing.
Yeah. Totally nothing.
This is like whose line is it anyway?
But
Our undying respect. Our respect. and
undying
admiration.
respect, and you get to hang out with us for a full episode of Bacon Is My Podcast. Is that okay?
Yes, that's what I've always wanted my whole entire life. I said if I ever got to do a whole episode of Bacon Is My Podcast, I'd die a happy man.
See, you're living
I'd
the
be
dream you're living the dream of literally tens of people.
Thousands, millions at
Yes.
this point.
I like it.
I'll say this, Jacques. Never shit a shitter. But before we sign off here, please tell our audience where they can find you and all things Pop Pumpkin Pizza.
Yes.
So literally everything is like Pop Punk Pizza Pod. So all of our social handles, we're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok as well. Although I haven't done that many TikToks, but we are there. I'm working on it. Pop Punk Pizza Pod, all of those, and poppunkpizzapod.com. We're on all of the main podcast platforms. You can find us there, find episodes, all that stuff. So please like and subscribe, as all the cool creators say, right?
All the cool creators.
Yeah.
Smash that bell.
Yeah, they say smash that bell, smash that follow button, smash that subscribe button.
I want you to destroy your mouse.
Yeah, frickin' take a sledgehammer to that thing.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
But until then, look at those things.
Yeah.
Listen to a few episodes of
Definitely
Pop
check
Punk
them out.
Pizza,
Definitely check them out.
Pop Pumpkin Pizza podcast with Mr. Jacques here. And then on Monday, come hang out with us again, where we get to talk to him in long form.
Absolutely. We're going to have a good time. We're going to talk. And while you guys spend the next few days listening to some pop punk and pizza podcasts, hearing people like Fat Mike.
Yeah.
And hearing people like, Motion City Soundtrack, everybody that's been on your show, which is who's who.
I know the person who's been on our show, Veronica.
Veronica, our good friend.
Yes.
From Pop Punk Takeout.
Yeah, she is the best. She's
Absolutely.
the coolest. Yeah.
So check that all out over the next couple days, and then come back Monday. And while you're there, just remember to ask yourself the number one question you can ask yourself every single day:
What's your bacon?
What's your bacon?